What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday over here. Hope you guys are doing well. Bitcoin is currently under 28K as we speak. It is trying to get back on top of 27.5. Let's see what could be happening with Bitcoin because that could majorly affect how the altcoins are doing. We're going to see if this recent pump for Bitcoin is going to continue, or will it actually come to a pullback here and revisit some of those edgy lows about 25K area, and a potential breakdown could follow. Okay, we're going to take a look into the charts and see which one is more likely. Of course, the main topic for this post will be about Harmony One. See what has gone on in this market since the last time I've talked about it. What has changed? Going to be taking a look into some upside as well as some downside price targets for this coin, as well as some key price levels to be paying attention to in order for this coin to go either direction. Is this coin looking very bearish at the moment? We're going to take a look into everything I just said right now, later in this video. Of course, I'm going to be giving you guys my personal opinions and sentiments about this overall crypto markets as a whole later in this video as well. So make sure to stay around for that. Lastly, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It's purely my personal opinions and speculations. I could very well be wrong. I am not a financial advisor nor an elite trader of any sort, even though I am a profitable trader who has been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear market. But I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, if you guys feel pumped, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the charts. All right, so we are going to go to Harmony One here. I am going to take a look into Bitcoin later in this video, but let's go ahead and take a look into what's going on in here first, okay? On the weekly time frame, which has been my focus for this coin and a lot of other coins, because a lot of these coins have just been running within a very long downtrend since the beginning of the year, or sometimes even earlier. In this case, for Harmony One, it's been running within this falling wedge since the beginning of this year, January, right? And since it hit about 3 cents area, it has came all the way down here to, we are basically at, is this basically the all-time lows? No, it's not. But it has basically came down here to about even just, 0.9 cents here, just less than a third of its value. So, I've held these coins before. I've held these losers before. Actually, I'm still holding some of these coins since earlier this year. Luckily, I did take some profits to more than offset those losses. Otherwise, I mean, it is a painful, it's very painful to watch, I've been there, I've seen a lot more pain before personally. So, it's just, you have to take a lesson from this, right? How not to do it again, or at least start to reduce the amount of positions that you hold that are going to be looking like this, right? One very important way to approach it is, of course, you start charting the coins a lot more diligently, a lot more consistently, and be able to execute, have a plan to execute, right? So we're gonna get into that a little bit, right? About my thought process. So let's go ahead and take a look, right? What could be happening on this chart? So we have a falling wedge. Falling wedges typically break to the upside, typically, okay? But when you're in the falling wedge, it's gonna seem like it's just going down, with for a very long period of time, for the beginning of from the beginning of this year, right? If you're in one like this. But typically, if if this price action does falling wedges typically break to the upside, okay? That is not what I'm saying. That's not basically that's not me just saying that. Go ahead and Google search falling wedges. It is usually a bullish pattern. Now, if this price action does break to the upside, we have a measure target based on a future breakout date of, let's just say 1, 2, 3 weeks away from today. Okay, 3 weekly candles away from this week's candle. We have a measure target of just about 3 cents area. However, it is, it's kind of in the middle of this pattern right now. So not really sure what's going to do, right? So how do we find out? Let's take a look into the daily time frame here, a smaller time frame, and see if we can get any clues on what could be happening. Now, I do also want to say measure targets are estimates only. There are going to be a lot of what ifs that could happen in between. Do also Google search measure targets as well, because it is not an exact it's not an exact projection, right? It is an estimate. And it could be over, under. So that is something to just note. On the daily time frame here, we do have a what I do see here is price action did break out of a smaller falling wedge, a sub pattern within this bigger falling wedge, right? Measure target was about 2 cents, right? However, this price action broke out and it went as far up as about 1.4 cents before getting rejected pretty hard and just been running within this downtrend here. Okay. Let me come to this weekly time frame here as well, so you guys can see how I charted this smaller falling wedge, right? Let me see here. Okay, there you go. Let me fix those trend lines. Sometimes it could get messy. Let me go back to daily time frame. All right, that's just just an illustration of what really kind of happened. Okay. Now, price action has broken out of the smaller falling wedge and then came all the way down here to about almost 0.9 cents area before getting a bounce. And basically this smaller pattern here is my focus. This pattern is called a rising channel, which is usually bearish, right? Usually, I mean, there are still some chances of this breaking to the upside, but it usually breaks to the downside, okay? The measure move out of this smaller rising channel pattern, if we pick a breakout date, just let's see, 1, 2, 3, let's just say 3 days from today. And I'm not saying it's going to break out. It has to break out 3 days from today, but I'm picking a reasonable breakout date. So I can just get a measure target, right? If obviously it doesn't break out by then you're going to move the measurements along this bottom trend line here to get the measure target, and it's going to give you a higher measure target. Now, what else was I going to say? Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for here. So the measure target out of here, if it breaks out about 1, 2, 3 days away from today, that's going to give you a measure move of about 0.85 cents area, which is still that's still a good over 10% down here. So that's definitely something to be looking out for, right? Because if this breaks down, that means you have less of a chance that this price action is going to be taking a swing back up to this upper trend line here, okay? Because you're getting further away from this top trend line, at least in my opinion. Now, let's take a look into some key resistances for this price action, okay? So right now, price action is immediately below the daily 21 SMA, currently about 0.97 cents area. It is also right beneath the daily 50 SMA, about the 0.98 cents area. On this 3-day time frame, it's gonna get a little hard to see here, and I can't really scale trading view here any bigger. You're gonna have your 3-day 21 SMA at about 1 cent area. 3-day 50 SMA is going to be about your 1.2 cents area. 3-day 200 SMA, the orange line here, is going to be about the the 3.5 cents area. So quite far away there to even worry about. You guys can do the same exercise for your weekly time frame and your monthly time frame and whatever time frames you guys are focused on. But I'm not going to do that here because just for time's sake. You guys can also look into past trading history as well, based on whatever time frame you guys are focused on for key resistances and supports. We can do some of that for support here. So I'm pretty sure we don't have any major moving averages beneath the price action here. So let's go ahead and go to the monthly time frame where I can get a cleaner look at some key support here. You guys can look into whatever time frame you guys are focused on, but for a cleaner look, I'm going to focus on the monthly time frame here. Now let's see, based on past trading history here, we are at a key support, right? Based on August 2020, we are at about that 0.95 cents to 1 cent area. That's going to be key support. And then the next one down, let's see, it's going to be pretty hard to see here, right? It's going to be based on previous trading history before even September 2020. So you're going to come back to revisit quite a bit of lows here. Let's see here. Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard to see, right? The next one down, I see it's going to be about that 0.8 cent area. Okay. And then it's gonna be coming from this group of wicks right here from November, October 2019, and that late 2019 group of candles. So 0.8 cent area before it gets pretty small. Okay. Let's just stay at 0.8 cent area. That's going to be the next key support after this, right? If this price action actually continues breaking those key supports, we're going to come back and revisit this market and see what else we are looking at. If you guys do want to continue seeing Harmony One, do hit that like, subscribe, comments. I will bring you guys an update if enough of you guys want to see more of Harmony One. Let's take a look into Bitcoin real quick. So Bitcoin currently it is underneath 28K, right? Let's see what could be happening on a lower time frame here. Just a very quick recap. Bitcoin has gone as far up as about 28.6K area as of yesterday, before getting a close below that daily 200 SMA, currently about that 28K area, the orange line here. I said that was going to be very strong resistance, and it's proving to be so. Right now, let's go over to even the hourly time frame because this move is pretty recent, and we're looking to see if there's going to be any short-term moves coming. Yesterday, I brought up this falling wedge, falling channel. I did adjust the trend lines based on some price movements. And then, this price action did break out of here. It is still at, in my opinion, it is still very much on top of this breakout. It is this breakout is still valid, right? Let's take a measure move out of this falling channel. Okay. It's going to be right here. That's going to give you a measure move of about 28.2K area. Right now, it is looking like, somewhat of a double bottom, right? Maybe on a higher time frame. I mean, I'm not going to call this a double bottom, really. It's, it's not, in my opinion here, but you do have bullish divergence, right, on this hourly time frame. And if this does play out, then you could be looking at some short-term upside here. You got your hourly 21 SMA, that's the blue line here at about 27.5K right now. That's going to be your resistance right here. in this hourly time frame, and you're going to have your hourly 50 SMA at about that 27.7K area, the gray line here. Okay, so let's see if this plays out, and see if Bitcoin can actually reclaim some of these moving averages here. I am overall long on this market. I do have long positions on quite a bit of altcoins, but that is not to say that I will not start to look for some altcoins to short with leverage as well, because I've seen some altcoins that have just pumped recently. And in my opinion, they are at resistances that could make pretty good short targets for a quick scalp. If you guys don't know how to short, it's pretty risky business. So you might want to just go ahead and learn how to long first, right? So that's basically what I'm seeing here. If you guys want to see more of Harmony One, do like, subscribe, comment, and I can bring you guys an update. I will see you guys on the next post. Have a good rest of the day.